Davis.
Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New York Jets. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. Bilal Powell's numbers on the ground a week ago. 11 carries, 51 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Powell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
You ain't going nowhere. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold, and he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Powell takes it from Darnold. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This is the running back, Powell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, it's Powell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Fighting to stay upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Matt Judon drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Dances by him. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start the drive with a give to Powell. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Now Darnold, open is Powell, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It's complete to Snead. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. It's caught by Roberts. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Jackson will throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are on the board first here tonight. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really got now the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very interesting weekend of football. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Cleveland Browns. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, a matchup we don't see too often, the Vikings and Chargers, purple versus powder blue, that comes your way from Southern California. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring, a tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Powell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. From the 16, Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Copeland just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Powell on the catch. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. The Jets on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Darnold with a draw play. Gives to Powell. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And they will stop him short of the marker. Well, there is a flag here, but if this is on the offense, and I think it is, they'll obviously decline it. Of course, they had the option, and they choose.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Quit talking about it. Go.
On the counter, Ingram. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Let's go, baby.
Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's Darnold. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. About to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now Darnold completes it to Powell. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Here we go. Go, go. 48 for Mike. Here we go.
Darnold now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he's got this complete to Bellamy. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And that is well short, well left to boot. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's when you almost never see at this level a wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
And the Ravens taking the field. And this one all over. There's one timeout.
46 to Mike. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. What's 20?
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
No, their offense